Jai Hind, and very good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, sir, researchers, academicians, all the participants, and my dear students. I, Sakshi Singh, welcome you all to day 4 of this international webinar series on the theme From Inquiry to Impact, Advancing Research for Evidence-Based Practice. And our expert lecturer for today is Dr. Rajesh Ji Konor, sir. Currently, sir is working as Director Pro Vice Chancellor at Eudoxia Research University. Sir has a PhD from Trinity College, Seychelles. He has further pursued an MPhil in nursing from Vinayaka Mission's Annapurna College, Tamil Nadu, a Master's of Science in Nursing from F.R. Muller College of Nursing, Mangalore, and a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from Bapuji College of Nursing, Karnataka. Sir has completed various specialized courses, including a postgraduate diploma in geriatric care, an MBA in hospital administration and HR, and a postgraduate diploma in computer applications. With extensive experience in teaching, administration, and research, Sir has held various positions from nursing tutor to professor, vice principal at institutions across India, including Bapuji College, Shifa Institute, Lord Jagannath Mission School, Dr. M.V. Shetty Institute, and SGRD College of Nursing. Also, Sir is mentoring postdoctoral and postgraduate scholars. Professionally registered with the Karnataka Nursing Council and Punjab Nurses Registration Council, he is also a member of the TNAI. Sir's academic contributions include serving as a paper setter, examiner, PhD guide for multiple universities. Sir has also received numerous awards, including the Bharati Shikha Ratan Award, Shikha Bharati Award, International Golden Award, Teacher of the Year, and World's Best Teacher Award. Sir has specialized expertise in mental health with a 1-month clinical experience at Neemhans, Bangalore. Sir has authored and edited multiple nursing textbooks, including Psychology for Graduate Nurses, Textbook of Psychiatric Nursing, Advanced Nursing Practice, and Nursing Management, published by leading medical publishers. Sir holds editorial roles in the Genesis and the Global Journal of Business Management and have supervised doctoral studies at Himalayan universities. Additionally, Sir serves as the Global Secretary of Nursing, Medicine, and Pharmacy at Eudoxia Research Center and hold key academic positions, including Dean and Professor at Eudoxia International Coaching Center and Honorary Educational Consultant at Medtigo Medical Education USA. Sir has contributed to research with multiple paper publications. Sir has actively participated in about 438 symposia since 2002, contributing to discussions, research, and advancements in the field of nursing and healthcare. Today, Sir will be covering the topic of quantitative versus qualitative, unlocking the power of research method. We welcome you, sir, on board. Here you go.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to one and all. Hope that my voice is audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. Namaskar. First of all, I'm very grateful to the Chief Patron, Dr. R.S. Dubai, sir. Okay. Chairman of an Samarpan group for inviting me, and also Dr. Dipti Shukla and Professor Namrata Madam, and also Professor Anamika and Mr. Satish Sharma, Associate Professor, Pradnya Singh, Associate Professor, and Shashank Garg, and all the speakers and my lovable students. Okay. Now I will share it. Okay. The things. 1 second. Hope this is visible to all.
Yes, sir. It is
Okay.
visible.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. As is an international webinar seminars, okay, on an from inquiry to impact, advancing research excellence for evidence-based practice. Today, my topic is on quantitative versus qualitative, unlocking the power of research methods. Okay, very important and very heart of every academician, researcher, and also an innovator to know that what's the research, okay, step I have to follow it and in which context. So today we'll discover how to who can harness, okay, because quantitative is mainly about the numbers, okay, quantity, and qualitative is about the feelings, about the narratives, okay, and how we can amalgam these two to solve the problem in a very, very comprehensive way. Before going further, okay, just I want to highlight what is research, okay. Always we have to know that it is a systematic investigation to establish facts, okay. Means we are having, it's having a process, okay. Always research is a process, means having input, throughput, output, and having an feedback, okay. And it is generated to have a new knowledge, okay. Something you have to contribute, whether it is an undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD, postdoctoral, okay. It has to give rise to the new knowledge, okay. What is not there? So we have to find out the research gaps, okay. It has to fill the research gaps. Then it has to solve the problem. And if you see the trends in today's world, it is a multidisciplinary way of solving the problem, okay. Not only that one, if you are in nursing, okay, you have taken one research topic in an OBG, don't think that one we need an experts from an engineering field, okay, because the concept is yeah, even a single thought of a philosophy of any discipline cannot solve the problem in a comprehensive way. So it whatever you do, we'll do with the evidence based. Something is the fact is there, the real fact is there. On this basis, we will go for further research. So for this one, thinking that on a strong research question with a weak methodology fails, a strong methodology strengthens an inquiry. Okay, not only framing the research question, what you call a problem statement. Okay, but we need the research methodology. How you try to solve the problem in a comprehensive way. So it determines the rigor and credibility of research, how you select it, okay? Applicable research design according to your standards. It influences the quality and interpretation of the data, because research design will help you to move forward, okay? It helps you to how to proceed in the research way, in the research workout. It shapes publication potential, very, very important. If the methodology is weak, okay, you cannot publish the paper in a Q1, Q2 or in Scopus journals, or you cannot go for an patent, okay, I'm telling you. This is very, very important. It aligns research questions with an outcomes. So a strong research question with a weak methodology fails, a strong methodology strengthens an inquiry. It is a process. So on this basis, we are having different methods of solving the problem. Especially, we'll go for a quantitative method. It focuses on numbers, measurements, and statistical analysis. Usually, we will think that one research means it is a quantitative, because everything we will quantify it. Okay, we will measure in the form of a numbers. We will play in the form of an numbers. Qualitative, it explores words, meanings, and experiences and context. Usually, it is having an about the inquiry of knowing it, okay? And how you have to solve the problem depends upon the researcher, that whether if you want to solve the comprehensive, so on that time you have to go for mixed methods of designs, okay? Today, just I want to highlight, okay, these are all the three methods, okay? Quantitative is, I told you that on quantity is the numbers, okay? Whatever we'll deal with the numbers, with the counts, measurements, percentages, and statistical data that can be quantified and analyzed mathematically. So we will frame the research question, okay, in the form of an numerical things, okay? So it may be in descriptive, or it may be in an experimental in nature. Usually we'll go for collecting the data through in surveys, questionnaires, okay, then observations, experimental things, mainly to test an hypothesis, because we'll frame it that null hypothesis, okay, we'll try to test it, whether you can accept it or reject it, okay. Then hypothesis rigorously identify patterns, correlations, predict future outcomes, and generate the findings. So we are having whatever we will do, the process is in the numbers. Why we choose this one? Okay, we will go for a positivism. Okay, it gives rise to thinking that one the results will be more accurate, objective reality. if you see this word reality is very, very difficult and very subjective in nature. Okay, so here if you see in quantitative research methodological philosophy, we go for objective reality. What we see, what we measure is the reality. Otherwise, it's an unreal. Okay, we will not accept it. So we will try to go for I will frame the hypothesis when we will go for testing it. Here, researcher is independent because you will be having the choice of making your own decisions of how to select the samples, how many, then how you can go for it, and goes for deductive reasoning from larger to specific things. So in this one, quantitative research, you can go for a descriptive research to just to address it, okay, to describe the facts and findings, okay. Then correlational, whether it is in positive, negative. Survey research, if you want to collect the data in a very large area within a stipulated time, okay, what you go for, since this is the survey research, okay. Experimental, you can go for an clinical way in the hospital or in the lab, pure lab, okay, having an randomization, control, uh, having in the measurement, okay. These three things, if it's there, then you can go for an experimental. Otherwise, randomization, control, or manipulation, okay, one of the factors is missing on the time, you can go for a quasi-experimental. But these are all the very, very similar way of doing it, and also very familiar research designs. Why we give much more importance for quantitative research is because of its credibility, okay, high reliability and precision. Because when you will choose tools, okay, we'll test it, okay, for the reliability and validity, okay. If the reliability is more, okay, then we will conclude that the test is whatever it is to measure, it measures within accuracy. So it is having in high reliability and precision. Allows comparison across groups, okay, of a different one. So you can go for an ANOVA or a t-test or in different statistical things. It supports hypothesis testing. This is the main heart of an quantitative research, because we have to go for a generalization. If you want to go for generalization, you have to test a hypothesis. It supports the your cause and effect relationships, okay. Useful for prediction, trend analysis, especially if you want to go for an analytics, okay. If you want to have an predictive things on the time, quantitative research plays a very, very important role. The other way of doing, okay, is the qualitative research, okay. Things about why and how, okay. The things, okay, like in feelings, like in perceptions, okay. If you want to measure it, you can go for qualitative research. So here we'll be having in rich data collection. It focuses on capturing words, narratives, meanings, and lived experiences through open-ended exploration. Here we will not go for an dichotomous or an yes or no. Usually we will go for an narration, okay, to explore it, diverse techniques like we'll use to collect the data, like in in-depth interviews, focus group discussions, participant observations, ethnography, case studies, or even in grounded theory, okay, we will use these techniques to collect the data, and it itself gives rise to having an analysis. Deep understanding, it explores motivations, perceptions, and emotions, and complex phenomena that numbers alone cannot capture, okay. Think that one, if you want to assess, okay, if you want to go for an doing research that on how much you love this country, okay, because there is no numbers. On the time, you can go for qualitative research. So it reveals the stories behind the statistics, understanding why customers choose certain brands through conversations about their values, emotions, or personal experiences. Think that if you want to buy a phone, usually immediately we are having the thought of buying of an iPhone. Why? Because of its branding, because of its having a story, if it because of its having a belief that it is very, very commercial one. So it depends upon the interpretivism and constructivism. Here you can interpret, because for any phenomena there is different types of meanings are there, okay. So you can analyze it. Researcher as an instrument. Here those who are doing in qualitative research, they have to go for in the natural settings, they have to involve, they have to become a participant, then they have to collect the data. And always it is an inductive reasoning, okay? Means small things will become larger things. Then having in multiple realities, very important. There is no single reality in this world, okay? What I feel, what I see, how I interpret it is may not be same of another one. So on this basis, this qualitative research is then carried out. So you can collect the data through in-depth interviews, one-to-one, or in the group focus group discussions on the single point. You can discuss it, okay? Then you can monitor it. Case studies and document analysis, you can take of 2 or 3 case studies, then you can go for a very in-depth analysis of this one, okay? Then observation is the best way of collecting the data. So on this basis, there are so many types of qualitative research methodologies. These are philosophies as well as the research designs, like in phenomenology. Okay, think that one. If you want to describe the phenomena, okay, then you can go for a phenomenological research. Why it occurs? Okay, then grounded theory. Grounded theory is the things that is already established one. Okay, then you can explore it. Ethnography, the culture, why the how the ethnographical things are there in those are living in hilly areas. Okay, next you can go for a case study. You can take some of the few cases, then you can go for an how they achieved it, okay, or an you can interpret it. Then narrative research, okay, in the form of a story, you can analyze it. So if you see an overall, whether it is in quantitative or qualitative, how we can differentiate. Quantitative is mainly we will play in the numbers, we will measure it, the variables in the numbers, but in qualitative, it words and descriptive narratives. Research question, how many, how much, okay, what is the relationship? But here in qualitative, why, how, what does it mean? Usually in quantitative, we'll go for a sample size calculations with different methods. But here, small samples in depth, okay, we need an what you say, exact information, correct information, okay. Here we will use the saturation as a method of a sample size selections, or in what you call if there is no new meanings or new words or new information you are not getting, on the time you can stop it. Statistically, we will go for a test like an descriptive analysis, then inferential. But here we'll go for thematic, interpretative, inductive. Always quantitative is a structured, fixed design, but qualitative is a flexible, evolving design throughout, okay, because we will use an emic and ethic approach. But each is having its own limitations. You cannot say that on quantitative is more powerful or qualitative is less, okay, you cannot say. Quantitative lacks depth and context because we are going for in the protocol. But qualitative is having a limited generalizability, risk of bias if poorly designed, okay. Both method choice must align with an research goal. So how you frame and what is the aim of doing your research. So if it is like this, on the time, far better you can go for an both, okay. So choosing the quantitative and choosing the qualitative, it depends upon your understanding in which level you are doing and what is the motto of doing it, okay. So you can choose, far better go for a mixed methods of design, okay. So when you go for a mixed methods of design, is mixing in all the parameters of the research process. It combines the strengths of both qualitative and quantitative approaches, creating a more comprehensive understanding of complex research questions, okay. If you want to solve the problem practically in reality, and it must be in a qualitative way or in a comprehensive way, in a holistic way, go for mixed methods of design. So there are so many types of designs are there, like in convergent parallel design, both quantitative, qualitative. You can collect the data at a time. You can merge the findings. Then you can go for a construction of the problem, research problem. Explanatory sequential design. You can go for an first quantitative data, analyze it, okay, find out the patterns, then go for qualitative data collection, then you explain it. Next, exploratory sequential design. First, you can collect the feelings or the content, okay, by qualitative means. Then go for developing theory. Then you go to test the theory. This is known as an exploratory sequential design. But these methods, okay, depends upon your knowledge and the objectives and the mode of doing it. For example, addiction research, okay. For quantitative, you can go for an selection the participants, then you can conduct the research. But if you want to go for an market research, okay, you can go for an both quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative analyzed sales data showing 35% decline in product category across 10,000 transactions. But qualitative, you can go for focus groups to find out that one the feelings, okay, the attitude of an or what they feel about the brand, okay. This is a qualitative way of doing it. So how you want to do, and practically if you see in today's trend in research is going for solving the problem in a comprehensive way. So always think that one it's the best for an going for mixed methods of design, okay. So when you choose a mixed methods of design, practically you can go for more paper writing, more paper publications, and more patents, okay. So on the time you can define the question exactly in a quantitative as well as in qualitative, like an how many as in quantitative, then why it is occurring as in qualitative, okay. Then when you're going for mixed methods, you have to consider that on time, budget, okay, whether you are having the expertise or not, whether you can assess it or not in a both comprehensive way. Then audience, okay, after finishing it, when you'll go for it, okay, who are the one they uses your findings, and always go for and combining the things. So both are potential in nature. It depends upon your choice. You have to know that on how you can solve the problem in a comprehensive way and having an endless possibilities, okay, because it is the journey, okay, for an innovation. So choosing the best one is the your choice. Always you have to consider the ethical and practical consideration, whether it is in quantitative research or qualitative, okay. As you know that one we have to follow now, okay. If you see today's scenario, you have to follow the research ethics, you have to follow the publication ethics, and you have to follow the AI ethics, okay. This is the things we are having it. Well, if you see the ethical things like an informed consent and confidentiality, both we need it at a quantitative and qualitative way. Data accuracy and transparency, especially this is needed when you use in databases and AI. Researcher reflexivity, you have to know that on what you are doing, okay, is right and up to the things or not, and responsible interpretation of the findings. So you can use it in research tools. Okay, there are different AI tools are available now, like in Trinka AI. Okay, you can use for an data collection, data analysis, and review of literature. Review it, size space, consensus, Jasper, Quillbot. You can use for an drafting and for an language validation. Turnitin for checking the plagiarism, and also you can go for an paraphrasing, PaperPal, Site, and Gen AI. If you see the overall things, okay, quantitative or qualitative, no single method is superior. You cannot say that when quantitative, when you'll go for and testing all the things, it is so higher one. No, it's not. Both are equal. Each serves a unique research purpose. Okay, because to live to solve the problem, we need both. Okay, strategic integration, strengthening the research quality. How you do it matters a lot, and methodological awareness leads to better decisions. Okay, so you have to know the both methodologies, quantitative and qualitative, in all the ways how I can combine it, then how I can move it. So if you see overall, quantitative and qualitative research methods offer distinct yet complementary ways of an understanding the phenomena, because the problem is so complex in nature. whatever the problem you take in this world, okay, cannot be solved by one school's often thought of philosophy. We need different ways of dealing it. Quantitative research emphasizes numerical data, measurement, and statistical analysis to identify patterns, test hypotheses, and support generalization. Main aim of when you go for a quantitative is to go for generalization. So on the time we will do the protocol very, very strictly. In contrast, qualitative research focuses on meanings, experiences, and context, providing depth and insight into complex human and social issues. Okay, there are so many out there. If you see today, okay, why the war is occurring, okay, together these approaches both will say what and why often research problems. Unlocking the power of research lies in selecting and often integrating the appropriate method based on research objectives. Whenever you will frame, whether you are in, try to do the research, okay, at an postgraduate level, PhD, go for mixed methods way of doing it. Quantitative methods ensure precision and comparability, while qualitative methods enrich understanding and interpretation of the phenomena or whatever is occurring. When strategically combined, they strengthen validity, deepen insights, and lead to more informed and impactful research outcomes. So, if you see the last, okay, good research is not about choosing sides between quantitative and qualitative, but about choosing the right lens to see the truth. Okay, because above all, we have to solve the problem in a comprehensive way. Now, this is about an quantitative and qualitative research methodology. Just I want to highlight, okay, some of the tools here. Okay, you can use it in day-to-day activities. Okay, just 1 minute, I will see. Okay, hope this is an feasible. Okay, you can go for a ChatGPT to explore it. Okay, just to know that one idea generation. You don't have any idea on the time, you can use this one. Here we are having a very important and very research genius. Okay, you can ask that one. What you call, write 5 research problems of current ones in mental health nursing to be carried out in PG level. Okay, just I want to know. Okay, because I don't know that or now which are all the which problem I can take it. Okay, this will helps you. Okay, here 5 it's giving. Okay, you can see how beautifully it is giving. Effectiveness of an nurse-led mindfulness-based intervention on stress, anxiety, and sleep quality among nursing students. Okay, you can take a BSc or an JNA, ANMs, okay, other people, okay, nursing officers, okay, then you can go for it. So it focuses on stress, anxiety, sleep quality. You can have the concept of how you can prevent the psychiatric disorders, okay, then interventions based on PG research. Then impact of digital health interventions on depression, treatment adherence among adults with mild to moderate depression. Then caregiver burden and coping strategies among family givers of patients with an chronic mental illness. Relationship between work stress, burnout, and mental health well-being. Then effectiveness of psychoeducation programs on medication adherence and relapse prevention among patients with schizophrenia. So you can modify it. Okay, this will help you to go for and how you can create very attractively and also very scientifically your research work. Then you can use Trinka also. Trinka is also a very good AI tool you can use for different purposes like a review of literature, collecting data collection and analysis. Also, DeepSeek is the best one from in Chinese thing for an idea generation for almost all the purposes you can use it. Okay, then Mendeley, you can use this one as your own library. No need to go to a library, okay? You can use this one for an review of literature, for having an analysis, okay, mentally. Then you can use as an plagiarism checker. Then you can use this one for an grants, okay, to get the grants also, to search it. Then you can use as an media, how we are using in Facebook also, you can use this one. Next, Jotiro, the same way you can use. Then consensus is the best one for an data collection and also for review of literature, for an idea generation. Grammarly, you can use this one for an language check, okay, for an paraphrasing. Then connected papers is the best one for an to collect the papers, and for the patterns, okay, you can use this one. Then Research Rabbit is there, very good tool. Then openalex.org, okay, you can do almost all the work of any research, okay, here in this one. Then Google Scholar, Gemini is there, okay. Then Perplexity, the best tool for almost all the purposes of your research, okay. Space is there, okay. Then you can go for Researcher Life, okay. These are all some of the AI tools, okay, which helps you to go from idea generation to data collection, data analysis, and publication. Even you can go for patents also, okay. So you can make use of it. With this one, I end today's session. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. Thanks a lot. If any questions are there, you can ask me, okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Good afternoon. Sorry for the delayed I joined due to the chairman's call. I know that you are having your meeting after this, just after this. Maybe you are in waiting of that meeting, I can say. So thank you so much. I sincerely thank you for such a comprehensive and enlightening lecture on research design. You detailed all the explanation regarding the qualitative and quantitative research approaches, how it is going to be help us clearly understand these purposes, strengthen, and appropriate application in the academic research. In between, you also discuss on the mixed method research, where it is best to be applied and what are the particular variable we can take this and how we can approach in that. Everything in the depth like validity, reliability, findings, ethical approaches, everything you match in that. And additionally, you emphasizes on the integrity of the data collection, analysis, and the most important at the end, you added the AI types. So I also seeing how many AI are available for the research and in which purpose which AI is perfectly fit. That also in very fast you just mentioned everything and like a blinking everything is going in front of us. So it's like yes, each thing you covered in your this complete lecture. It was a, I can say, very short lecture. 236 is there. Short and sweet, you finished all the types. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation in your such a busy schedule. I know that you are stuck today with so many programs, but you said okay, you will take some time for me, for us, for Samarpan. So I will always remember this. For the class is really on the high talk. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of all the group, Samarpan group, and the organizer teams and the associated teams, the delegates, the participants. Thank you so much for enlightening such a wonderful lecture on the qualitative and quantitative. This is the only one chapter where I'm not getting much speakers to be focused on, and I know that you are you have a patent on this. Every time, whenever I need class, I'm just catching you for particular this topic, quantitative and qualitative research. And evening webinar, I'm joining you back on the same topic. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Keep your blessing on us, and definitely will again join back in the another webinar and another
Sure.
forum. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Namaskar. Okay, thank you.
Namaste.